When do we address the side hustle with our employees and team? It's a great question that I just got from one of our private clients here at Boss Actions, and it was so good that I really wanted to jump in and share it all with you. Side hustles are distracting, possibly. Sometimes they're just energizing. Consider that a lot of people have passions that don't have anything to do with how much money they can make. So a side hustle may or may not be an issue for you in your business. So let's talk about when you need to discuss it with them. You need to discuss the side hustle, one, if it's non-industry adjacent. So first we're going to talk about, let's imagine it has nothing to do with you. You're a marketing company and the side hustle is knitting clothes for kittens, right? May not be the same thing. So when do you talk to somebody about their side hustle if it's not industry adjacent with your company? Well, there's two times really, and usually it's affecting your money and your time. I know you're not surprised. So the first one is when we see that they are under stress or it seems like their demand for their side hustle is growing. We might need to have a conversation with them about exactly when they would go full time into the side hustle. You may not start right away by just going straight at them and saying, what's going on with this thing? You might do it casually and just keep in touch with it. If they bring it up, oh, I'm so beat. I was up late last night. I had a big demand and I just am trying to keep up. I feel like I'm drowning sometimes. That's a perfect opening to discuss it with them. So where do you want this to go? Now, if that conversation starts in a group while you're at lunch, I would side table it till you can be one-on-one. You really want to give them the space to, one, know that you're concerned about them. They're obviously tired, but it's more about where is this going for you? What do you want to do with this business? What do you see happening? It's really important to consider that they may not have considered it yet. So this might be the first time anyone's thought, well, could this be something more? And they might not have an answer for you, but let them know that you're interested and you want them to be successful. Then you have to be thinking about their demand. So you want to keep touching base with them on that. How is the business growing? How is it going? Do you need help? Do you need connections? Are you thinking about scaling? Are you looking for a business coach? I might know somebody that you could recommend. Whatever you might be able to do to help them really further down that path. Being an involved boss can really not just protect your business, but also create that loyalty and transparency. If they really believe that you care about their success and growth, they are far more likely to come to you if they have some dramatic, exciting news, like somebody wants them to go out on their own, or they have an investor that wants to come in. That's a real possibility if it's a growing, trending thing. So you do want to approach a conversations casually until such a time as issue number 2, it starts to affect their performance. It's okay, boss, to say, hey, I'm excited to hear about your kitten knitting company. Whew, and I really hope they don't name it that. I really want to hear about it. But I also notice that you have been less than focused. You've missed 3 different deadlines. You're definitely out there less engaged, and you appear really tired. Is everything going okay? You probably don't actually want to accuse the side hustle of that. I would just ask them if everything's okay, if you notice that they're having performance issues. Don't bring the side hustle in until they do. Because at the end of the day, if they show up and they rock their job for you and your company, who cares if they want to knit on the side? We don't need to be concerned about that if that makes them happy. But when it starts to affect performance, that's when we need to start talking to them about the performance and see if they'll share whether it's a side hustle or not. Try to let them tell you about it and let them know that you need them to be focused and 100% for this to work for your business and for their employment. You might not want to start so heavy-handed at first, but of course we do want to let them know the company needs their full focus during work hours. So the third time we need to talk to them is actually the first time. If they are in a competitive or industry adjacent field with their side hustle, you absolutely want to talk to them as soon as possible. Now, I would tell you, you might want to talk to your attorney first, not because you're planning to sue them, because you want to be prepared. You need to consider how you guys are going to lay out an understanding of the fact that your clients, their details, and any intellectual property that you and your company may be creating for them is your company's, and it may not be used in any capacity for their side hustle. So we really want to understand from them how they plan to protect that, how to create that firewall so that your information isn't used to better their information. Does that make sense? A great attorney will help you draft something that will really create some kind of understanding on how we speak about the different projects. And the main thing, when a side hustle is in a same industry, we really want to have candid conversation with the employee about how they're going to handle scope creep. So many of these projects start with this one finite scope of work, but somebody who's great at it is going to continually be asked to add on. And if you think that that's an issue, you want to have a clear understanding with them on what they will do and how they will handle it so that your business is protected. Of course, there's more steps, and if you have more questions, I'm Talmar Anderson. This is Boss Actions, and all we want to help you do is scale on purpose. Let me know your thoughts. If you've had any issues with side hustles and employees, I'd love to hear about what has or hasn't worked for you in the past. You and your business deserve a kick-ass team. Talk to you next time. Bye.